14, the Catalan Dragons 15 as the Dragons do what Warrington have done, the double over Hull KR this season. And let's be fair, this was a really good bit of Saturday night fare, wasn't it? Outstanding game of Rugby League, this one. It was a game of two halves, no question about that whatsoever. Hull KR will be devastated to have lost this because, of course, they missed out on the opportunity of going clear second in Super League. Alrix de Costa going over for his second try of the season from dummy half. They'll be really disappointed with that, will the Robins, in terms of their defensive effort. But there was nothing they could have done about the second one. A beautiful run from Theo Farge. Oh, yes, off he goes. Waltzing Matilda. Down he goes. I know he's not from Australia, but that doesn't matter. Off he goes. Twinkle toes. Off it goes to Johnson. And I know it's Silverstone today, but that's some of the best cornering you're going to see. Oh, yes. Wonderful. In and out. Sliding left and right. It was like a chicane. Beautiful from Tom Johnston. Oh, his 8th for the season. In he goes. And at that point, it's looking like it's going to be a really bad day at the office for the Robins. But let's be fair, this is a championship side. This is the Robins. I know they haven't won one yet, but they're right in the groove. They need to be respected. And they came out in the second half with a really good knock, didn't they? Fantastic to see. The try of Broadbent. Broadbent has been incredible. Absolutely incredible for Hull KR since arriving from the Castleford Tigers. We're really impressed with Jack this season. But it was all about Mikey Lewis. The beautiful shift to the left-hand side as the ball's in the air. Catch and go. Lovely hands on the left-hand side. And in goes Jack Broadbent. And as good as Johnston's try was, he'll be really disappointed with his defensive effort, won't he? Brilliant note to see Mr. Burgess going for his 5th of the campaign. He really took that one well. Stood him up fantastically. Off he goes down the right-hand side. Beautiful try with 14 points apiece. I mean, it really was, as it always is in Golden Point. We're big advocates here at Super League Raw that it should just be a draw. Call it 80 minutes, a point apiece. And I think that was, that would be welcomed by a lot of fans. I don't like this Golden Point. In a day, we talk about player welfare. What does Golden Point really do? Both of these two teams deserve to go off that field of play with a point. It was wonderful for the neutral. Really, really enjoyed this game. Willie Peters will be disappointed. As for Steve McNamara, he was delighted. Said this was not only a big result for Catalan, but for French Rugby League. You can tell that they are carrying the nation on their shoulders this season. Right. I mean, what can we say really about KR? They're still right in the groove. They will not be too well. They'll be absolutely devastated. But let's not forget how well they're playing this season. Next up for them is Hull FC. But the real danger, I mean, it was a terrible weekend, wasn't it, for the chasing pack, the likes of Huddersfield and the Lee Leopards. Because when you look at now what Catalan have got in their future, okay, they go up against the Soft Red Devils. That's a big 4-pointer right there. That's not going to be a cakewalk. That's going to be very difficult indeed. Of course, they play that one on home soil. And then after that, you look at real winnable fixtures before they play KR again at Magic Weekend. They've got Castleford away. Then, I mean, let's be fair, on Castleford's form at the moment, that's not easy. But on paper, they need to be really dispatching the Castleford Tigers away. Then it's Hull FC at home. Then it's London Broncos away. Then it's Huddersfield away before Magic Weekend. You look at that. I mean, you could easily see the Catalan Dragons picking up maybe 8 points in that run of fixtures. And they would then certainly, I think, be cemented in the playoff place by that point. So it's all game on for Steve McNamara's men. I mean, you look at the stats of this game, stats don't tell all the story. It was really close, 29 complete sets to 31. There was, less than 100 metres in it in terms of I mean, the missed tackles, though, from Hull KR in this was really, really poor. 55 overall. I mean, that's not their usual standard. 6 of them coming from Jez Little, who's normally pretty assured. 9 came from Jai Whitbread. He'll be disappointed. And Kalepi Tanganoa, 6. So, like I say, that is something that they'll be really disappointed with. That said, the Catalan Dragons had 44. I mean, and, they'll be also quite despondent with that. 8 of them coming from Theo Farge, which actually, you might be surprised to hear, he still gets my 3 points. Yeah, I'm giving Theo Farge 3 points for this game at Craven Park. I thought this was a good game. He's been getting points in the goal for this Man of Steel this season that I think have been a little bit generous, to say the least. But in this game, he had some really good moments in that. Yes, he got the drop goal, but that run for the Tom Johnston try I felt was really good. 26 tackles as well. in defence in this game. You know, he had 5 tackle breaks in the game as well. He had a solid game, did Theo Farge. His kicking game was decent as well when it wasn't Jordan Abdul with ball in hand. So like I say, I'm going to give Theo Farge the 3 points, but not necessarily just because of the drop goal. I thought his all-round performance in this was very good indeed. The 2 points I'm going to give to Jack Broadbent. I think Broadbent's in great form. I really do. Yes, he got his try. It was an easy enough try, but 22 carries, 139 metres, 2 tackles, 1 clean break. I mean, every time Jack got his hands on the ball, you can see the Catalan Dragons defence really concerned and retreating, and that's the respect I think that many a defence now are showing Jack Broadbent. The guy has got a really good quality rugby brain. He's got great rugby skills. So I'm going to give 2 points to Jack Broadbent. And the 1 point I'm not going to give to Julien Busquet. He got the man of the match on Sky, which I thought was very generous indeed. I thought his partner in crime, Romain Navarrete, was far better. And that's the person I'm giving a point to. Navarrete did 15 more tackles with 36 in this game. He did a similar amount of meters, 105 for 12 carries. Busquet got 106. But I just felt that overall, of those 2 forwards, it was Navarrete who had the better game. And the fact that he was a lot better in defence gets him the point for me. And we don't, we really do need to respect the art of defending. I respect the art of defending. And when big units like that go for 36 tackles and go over 100 metres, you've got to give them a lot of respect indeed. This is a missed opportunity for the Robins. They will be livid. The fans, though, into their absolute credit, cheering their team off. They know they've got a really good side this season. We're getting into the business end now. And I think, from a Hull KR perspective, you look at who they've lost against this season. They picked up some brilliant wins. Let's not be, beat about the bush on that. They've lost twice now to Warrington. They've lost twice now to the Catalan Dragons. And in there also is the Salford Red Devils. So, like I say, they've beaten some really good sides this year. The likes of Wigan, the likes of St. Helens. They're a good side, Hull KR. They're not going anywhere, but they'll be very disappointed that they didn't get to the second spot this week. As for the Catalan Dragons, they needed this win. They really did. And I think what they've actually done now is made it really troublesome for the likes of Huddersfield and Leigh. I think now really what we're looking at from a Huddersfield and Leigh perspective, especially with the Leeds win over the Broncos, we'll come to that in the next episode of In the Sheds. I think what we're seeing now is a real, it's a bridge too far for the likes of the Leopards and the Huddersfield Giants. I think the Leopards were hoping that when they got the troops back that they'd be able to make an assault on the top 6. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think the gap is widening all the time. It could be a bridge too far. That said, in the last 11 games of the season, I'm going to say they probably need to win 7 or 8 of them, which, let's be fair, when you consider that this season thus far, the Leigh Leopards have only managed to get over the line on 5 occasions. That's going to be a really big ask, but who knows? But anyway, that's it for this edition of In the Sheds. A lot of talking points there. What do you make of those talking points? Get in the comments. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to share, like, comment, get involved with Super League Raw, the fastest growing online community of rugby league. We love rugby league, we do. And like I say, you don't need to see Silverstone to see cornering like Tom Johnson. This is where sport really is. It really is. But sometimes it's like Wimbledon as well. Left, right. Come on. You've got to get into rugby league. Tell all your friends about us at Super League Raw. We'll ramp them up. We'll get them excited. We'll get them to the game. The Hull KR 14, the Catalan Dragons 15 in an epic encounter at Craven Park. We'll see you next time on In the Sheds.